your playlist. Shawty is an A-list. You gon' have to save this.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace. If you're new here, if this is the first video you're watching of me, it's not always gonna be like this. I haven't been kind of active really on anything for a while. It's been a minute since I posted a video, which is not cool, and I kind of just disappeared off the deep end, and I want to apologize for that because there is a reason. I'm not saying it's a good one, but I'm just saying there is a reason. It's not like I just disappeared to disappear. I moved to Atlanta, Georgia about, I want to say 3.5, almost 4 months ago from Orlando. Sometimes people ask me still why they haven't seen me out in Orlando or when's my next event in Orlando. I moved. I'm not in Orlando, Florida anymore. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. And moving here was, it was definitely a struggle, okay? I'm gonna try to keep this short and brief, but if it is long, please listen if you care enough to. I know I don't even have that big of a following yet, but I just felt like from the jump I want to be honest and vulnerable because I struggle really hard with opening up and showing people that I do have a personality, that I am human. So it's gonna be like a little story time. So I moved in June. I moved with my boyfriend. We moved out here from Orlando, and I don't even know where to start. So I guess I should start by saying that before I moved, I just thought I was gonna be good. Like in my head, I was like, yo, there's mad opportunities out there. There's mad opportunities for me and for my man. Excuse me. And at the time, there's this modeling agency I really wanted to work with. They wanted to sign me. And I was like, cool. I'm gonna be doing modeling as soon as I get there. I'm gonna get a job because I know people out there. Whatever, you know, I just had like this idea in my head that it was gonna be easy breezy. So we make the move, and already off rip, we had the hardest time getting into this apartment. So me and my boyfriend moved without even having our apartment confirmed. So we kind of were just out here with a U-Haul, staying at my cousin's house, praying to God that we would get this place because we were kind of just believing. And God is good, and we got the place. So we moved, we put everything in, you know, yada yada yada, and he got a job. He was good. And the people I knew out here all of a sudden weren't responding to me. They weren't hitting me back up. So I was getting a little nervous. I signed with that modeling agency I had told you about earlier, and I was like, cool, whatever, until I find like a job. I'll have like my modeling money that can help me get by. I was not getting booked. I wasn't getting booked for a lot of things. I would always send in a submission when I could, and I just wouldn't get picked. So to be honest, that really hurt my feelings because in Orlando, I was blessed enough to always be doing a shoot, to be asked to be doing a video shoot, or asked to travel to do a video shoot. I was blessed. I was super blessed. I made great connections out there, and I just wasn't getting that out here, and it was really, 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 really messing with me to the point where I was like, well, am I supposed to be modeling? Do I have what it takes, you know? And it was just very, very, very hard on me, to where I was like, I was really, really, really hard on myself. I'm already naturally hard on myself, but Sorry, my anxiety is really bad. But for some reason, I was just extremely extra hard on me. Ew, I don't want to cry. If you don't know me personally, I'm about 5'2". I'm not super skinny. I got a little love to me. I got a little curve. I got a little booty. But I started, for once in my life, I started comparing myself to other girls. Don't want to cry. I started comparing myself to other girls. And for the first time ever, I was like considering surgery. I've never been the one to consider getting surgery. Nothing's wrong with surgery if you have surgery or you're getting surgery, but for once in my life, I was thinking I needed all these things. So that was like one of the struggles moving out here, not getting booked, even though I got signed to an agency, and then finding a job. So I went to, I don't know, maybe like 5 to 10 different interviews out here in Atlanta. I went to one club, I got hired, bought uniforms and everything, and then after literally one shift, they just were like ignoring me, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Am I gonna work again? Literally never heard from them again, never got put on a schedule, so I was back to square one. And then it happened again to another club, didn't get put on the schedule again. And I'm not saying I'm doing anything wrong, I was doing what I knew how to do as a bottle girl, but I was just not having any luck out here. I was just really struggling, and I was doing like side hustles, like Uber Eats and selling clothes, and you know, just doing whatever I could to make it by. And on top of that, I have a modeling agency that is literally my child, literally everything I want in life and more. I have so many beautiful models that believe in what I can do for them, and I just always felt that pressure of, what if I can't bring anything or opportunities for them? So I was here in Atlanta, not right mentally. Ew! So I was not right mentally, and I was just trying to be okay for everyone. You know, I was trying to be positive. I was trying to, you know, encourage everyone. I was trying to say, hey, we got this, and this. Literally every day on Instagram, I'm like messaging people, telling them about No Label and all my amazing models and all this stuff. And I think in my head, I was just handling so much and just holding it in that I kept exploding. Like, a lot of people don't know about it, but my amazing boyfriend would come home from a really long day for work, and I'd be in bed. Like, there'd be days where I'm just in bed. I didn't do anything, didn't do my makeup. I wouldn't even clean. And I would just break down and cry because of all the frustration. And on top of that, I felt really alone. This is not a sob story, I promise it gets better. But I just felt alone. I consider myself a very nice person. I always go above and beyond for people I love. Like, that's just how I've always been. And I don't know, like, in my head, I guess I just thought, oh, I've always been like a great friend to you. I've been super nice, so I know when the time comes, it'll be reciprocated. And I learned very quickly that not everybody thinks like me, and nobody is entitled to treat me a certain way because of how I treat them. So I could have been the nicest person to someone, but they're not entitled to check on me or be my friend or do something for me because of what I've done for them. Does that make sense? So for a while, I was just upset. I wasn't getting booked, upset. I was struggling to find work. I was upset that I felt so alone that none of my friends could tell, what was wrong with me or asking me if I was okay. And I started to miss Orlando a lot. I even started like talking about moving back. I started talking about going back there and just being there to be with No Label and my friends. And it was just hard not having my friends and family around, especially my family, because I'm super close with them. And it was just hard. And I was very unmotivated. I had all these amazing brands in Orlando that were sending me stuff, so I have content to post, stuff so I can do makeup looks. And I'm gonna be real honest, I feel so bad because I still have their stuff like sitting in boxes that I just haven't even done, and I should have been done them because they're amazing companies. And that this is kind of why I'm posting this, because it's just too much to just say like, hey, I'm sorry, I've been kind of out of it, but I'm ready now. So this is kind of just me venting, saying what's been going on with me. Your girl's been going through it. But I kind of felt like I had to go through this season because God wanted to humble me. He wanted to like put me through trials and tribulations to really, really, really lean on him. I don't know if this is gonna sound crazy, but I kind of felt like going through those things was like, ew, I'm such an emotional person, and birth control doesn't help. Whew. But going through those trials and tribulations, I kind of just felt like it was God's way of saying he missed me. But that's how I felt. I kind of fell away from God for a minute. I wasn't going to church when I moved out here. I didn't know where to go. I was praying every once in a while, but it wasn't like how I used to pray, how I used to get up and do devotionals when I lived in Orlando, And I kind of realized like I was only thanking God for when something amazing happened. I wasn't just talking to him. I wasn't just thanking him for waking me up and giving me a place to live in. Like, I live in a whole different state. Like, that's crazy. I've lived in Florida my whole life, and I live here now, and I can literally do anything I want in the world with God on my side. But that was the problem. Like, I was just forgetting about God. That's why I wasn't right in my mental state. I wasn't right in my job state. I wasn't right. I don't even know if that makes sense. I wasn't right in my mental state. I wasn't even right in my physical state. I wasn't working out anymore. I wasn't eating right. I was being so bitter. I was just being bitter. I was just mad at the world. But going through all those things made me very, very strong. Made me pray. It made me really trust in God and just be like, look, if it's for me, it's going to be for me. And if it's not, then I have something better for me. I believe that God put this vision in me for a reason. I believe that I'm going to do great things. I'm destined to do great things. I believe that my modeling agency is going to take off and I'm going to do well. I'm going to meet all the people I need to meet to be a part of my team. I definitely believe I'm destined to do great things. I feel like God gave me this vision for a reason. I feel like, to the people who believe in me, I feel like I need to try. I need to do my best. I need to just go out there and do it. I'm trying to face all these fears, but I don't want to come on here just to like wah boo boo sad story. Things did get better. I ended up getting a job where I met some amazing girls who are my friends. I've been meeting so many different modeling agencies out here. I've been going to different networking events. And No Label's doing great in Orlando, you know. Humble beginnings, very humble beginnings. But just going through all that, I just wanted to say it's okay to step away from everything and really assess what's going on in your mind. Really assess, why do you feel the way you feel about certain things. Really like figure out, why are you so upset, or why are things not working out? You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it's not always the world is against you. Sometimes it's really you. And I had to realize that because I just thought the world hated me, or I just had bad luck, or, you know, I did something to someone 4 or 5 years ago that is coming back to haunt me, when that's not the case. You know, it was really me. I was having a really nasty attitude towards everything. I wasn't praying. I wasn't, you know, handling things and expressing how I felt. I was just holding it in. I had a talk with my boyfriend, and he just made me realize that, you know, not everyone's gonna think like me. Not everyone's gonna look out for me like I looked out for them, and that's okay. Like, that's really okay. You know, no one is entitled to do anything just because you did something nice for them. Like, no one in the world has to do that. And I just wanted to come on here and say to everyone that has checked on me, the friends who did wish me happy birthday on my birthday that just passed, to the people who have been patient with me, because there have been so many people asking me, like, when are you doing the video? When are you doing the collab? When are you doing this, and that? And thank you for being so kind and so patient, because this is the first time in my life I've actually gone through something where I felt like I wasn't okay, or where I felt like I had all this weight on my shoulders. But I'm in such a better place now. I've gained my confidence back. I was really struggling with my confidence for a second. I'm at the heaviest I've ever been in my life. And I'm not saying I don't love my body. I love my curves. I think they're great. But I just, you could tell I was very uncomfortable in my body. But working out again, trying to eat healthy, trying to be more open about things, you know, instead of just holding it in. And I'm ready to actually be serious about this YouTube thing. I'm ready to post on Instagram, to post so much on the agency page. I'm ready to network. I'm ready to do so many different things now, and it's so refreshing because now I feel like nothing can hold me back. I feel like I just went through hell, but now I'm out of it. And to all the brands that believed in me and I've just been asleep, I'm really sorry. But she's back, and videos will be coming out every week, twice a week if possible. But just know it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be human. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to feel things because you're entitled to that. But don't dwell in it, okay? Like, be sad for a day, be angry, whatever. But just make sure you push through and just know that there is greatness destined for you. That the desires you have in your heart and the desires you have in your brain were put there for a reason. If you believe in God or not, just know that you do have a destiny. Everyone has a destiny. Everyone has a fate. You know, just really believe in yourself, because your superpower is that no one is you. And that goes for every single human being on this planet. Like, nobody can be me, but I can never be that person or that person, you know? And nothing is too big or too small, you know? The world is literally at our fingertips, and we can literally do whatever we want. We just have to believe and work really, really hard for it. And so that's my TED Talk. So if you're still here watching this, thanks for watching. I'm sorry I was such a big crybaby, and I'm sorry I was so distant, but I feel so much better now. And I just filmed a makeup look on this yellow sunset smoky eye little thing we got going on, so you know, stay tuned for that. And also this Wednesday, It's long overdue, but I'm posting a collab with Honor Shoes. They're located out in Orlando, and they're so amazing. They have the cutest shoes, bags, like I mean literally the cutest shoes ever, and they're so comfy. I've worn all of them already, and I didn't get blisters like at all. So that's coming up. And also my lashes are from Lash Dolls Orlando. I will put my code right here so you can purchase some. My girl Zamira did her thing designing these things, but you catch my drift. So yeah, thanks for coming on here, listening to my TED Talk, and I really hope you guys understand where I'm coming from, or I hope I was able to help you if something was heavy on your mind. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do. I'm almost to 6K, which is like a big deal. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Be productive, go do whatever you want, set new goals for yourself, do something that scares you, and that's it. Just live your best life, and until then, I will see you guys next week.